AMA time, guys. Here we go. So, where are we starting? Which question are we starting with?
Do we have them like listed anywhere, or
We
I
have
have some posted in the Or go ahead, Magnum.
I was gonna say we have most of them posted in the podcast channel.
I don't know, Magnum. Since you're the host, do you want to just go through some of the ones that we have,
and then if anybody has any extra or anything, and then like Gustav's, then we'll just kind of read them off like that. So first,
if you're watching live, put some in chat.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the ones that they said in mine, I think they were just putting it in everybody's because Emma put it down, so that's good.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
And please at me in chat if somebody puts it in my chat. So first one, regular or boneless wing? These are the deep questions right here.
Oh, yeah. You gotta know. It says a lot about somebody.
I mean, I just love chicken, so
right.
Right.
I mean, I'm in there either way.
I would say same, because like there are two stages in my life where like my mom makes really good, like they call them wingdings, but it's essentially just like regular like chicken bits and stuff like that. And those are bone. But then KFC started whipping out boneless wings, and we used to get that a lot when I was with my dad. So I was like, you know what? I can go either way on these. This shit's good. I'm happy with that. But most of the time, for me, having bone is more common.
I like chicken nuggets, so boneless wings are for me. If I have to eat bone in, I prefer to eat the wings though. But yeah, I got time for no bone.
So
no bone.
So I kind of fit both in my family, but actually, this always sounds bad when we actually say it. But we have the bone chewers, and then we have the, let's just say, I guess either way, it just sounds weird. Pot lickers or bowl lickers. So we clean out the bowls in my family. So I'm pretty much both. So when it comes to like eating a pork chop or eating chicken or anything, I'm in there. So I don't care whether it has a bone or not. Now, bonus question to this. And I'm gonna add another part. If you're going for that sauced or non-sauced is what came up, and I'm gonna also say, well, bread or grilled. And I would never have thought of the second one there for myself until recently because sure.
Right.
So yeah, now if
I'll add a third point to it too,
barring that though, like barring that, what would still be your preferred, regardless of the health implications?
Definitely.
I just say this
breaded.
came up last night. Yeah, breaded for me too. But we'll add another caveat to that: ranch or blue cheese as well.
Neither.
Or neither, maybe honey mustard, ketchup.
I'm a ketchup guy. I can eat ketchup on everything, but that's been also ripped recently. So what kind of sauce though? And I will say, not worrying about health. I'd go pretty spicy. Like, I like some spicy wings, especially if you got to clean the bone. Get in there, get that super spice. Like, we can go full on last dab spice. That is some good stuff.
Last.
Don't. Look out behind you! It will be your last dab. No.
Oh damn.
We got. Oh no! Look what you did! Look what you did, Emblem. You know what? I would
There
say
ain't Gavin in
though,
the chat.
I would pay points to see Goose dab.
I mean, I've done it before.
No, like
Oh,
Goose,
as the goose.
Goose dab.
We have to have a whole different like animation macro for that.
Yeah, right. Okay, but yeah, back to the deep question here. Barbecue is also really good. I like me some good barbecue stuff. The ranch or blue cheese, I mean, probably neither most of the time, but I mean, if it's all I got, I'll take it. Don't like dislike it, but yeah.
Yeah, in that regard. So breaded, what was it? Breaded. What was the second one that you added, Magnum?
Sauced or
Was it breaded or grilled?
I added the
Oh yeah,
breaded or
sauce or
grilled.
dry.
I added breaded or grilled, and Dragon and Chad added the sauced or non-sauced.
Definitely.
Dry rubs blow. Yeah, dry rubs blow. I've never had a good dry rub. So I would definitely say sauced for sure. I like my I like my wings like I like my waifus in Genshin Impact after they've been in the water, if you get what I'm saying. So or even better, I like my wings like I like my pork base, moist. So I get
in there.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely wet wings, blue cheese, because like all sophisticated boneless wing eaters, I have high taste and don't have time to eat around a bone, let alone waste time with ranch. I need mold in my dipping sauce.
Damn.
Okay. I know something. If we ever meet up in person, I know what we're doing. We're having a wing speed eating contest.
I barf profusely.
I'm gonna go. No, man, I got this. I'll go bone. You can go boneless, and we'll see who's wasting time.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Magnus would be one of those people who just like puts a freaking wing in his mouth and it just comes out like with a bone.
2. Dude, I used to go through some food like if my body just didn't say forget this and become type 1, I might have became type 2. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
I'm surprised I wasn't sooner type 2, but yeah.
Wing sauces are tasty though. Like just to touch on that a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
There are a few that I like from B-Dubs or Buffalo Wild Wings. But they have like this Asian, I think it's called Asian Zing or something. That's pretty good. I think Wing Zone, I think is the name of it, has some good ones. Like they have one called Sweet Samurai. I like Asian flavors. Okay, Weeb.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I'm there with you on that. I'm just saying. But like the what I was laughing about though is you said Buffalo Wild Wings, and I just know we got like the generic definitely not Buffalo Wild Wings, like generic brand. Like I'm just like, oh man, it's a local place. I mean, they're not bad. Like I never got to try them for the first like 3 months that they were open because there was like always a line out to the interstate.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's the closest they ever got. That's kind of messed up when the knockoff actually has a line like that, just because you guys are like starved for it.
Yeah. So, I mean, for real though, there was probably like at least 100-car line before you could get to that place. It was dumb. Yeah, it was crazy when it first opened.
On like a slightly different note with wings though, when I was in Maryland, because I don't know if you guys ever been there, but the people in Maryland will attempt to put Old Bay in everything.
Oh yeah.
And they had like butter Old Bay wings that you could order as well. I was like, I mean, I gotta try it.
I probably could.
Man, it was crazy.
I probably could live there. I'm a big Old Bay fan. Not so much recently, but I used to like put that on a lot of stuff just to try it.
Don't let them go.
Magnum, would you drink an Old Bay milkshake? Assuming that it wouldn't like, do bad things to you. because they have Old Bay ice cream, and like I actually have had Old Bay ice cream in Maryland. It's different.
Dude, that sounds awesome. Like,
it's not as awesome as you think.
So I fix weird random stuff just to try it. So a friend of mine, I was like talking about, mixing random foods, and I was just like, I can't remember who came up with the idea, but all of a sudden it was just like, because I had my grandma's homemade strawberry jelly, which is the best strawberry jelly in the world. If anybody wants to try to, fight me on that one, fight me. Let's go. But anyway, like all of a sudden it was like, wait, peanut butter and jelly fold over hot dog. And man, that was delicious. Now it might just be the strawberry jelly carrying that.
Was there a hot dog in there?
What kind of wing was it though?
Oh, well, it wasn't a wing. It was just random food. Oh,
kind of meat.
It was just like Oscar Mayer random one kind of thing.
I was hoping it was like a brat or something. That seems like it'd be a little bit better.
Dude, that would actually make it taste better.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Ooh.
That makes more sense. But you just got like a lukewarm wiener in there. Like,
oh yeah, man. Okay, well, it was grilled.
I put a dollop of mustard ice cream in there while you're at it, right?
No, stop doing. See, this is what I was gonna say earlier. Magnum is the kind of motherfucker that if you don't want him to do stuff, seriously, don't tell him that he can't, or that I bet you won't, because he will run and go do whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, because like
much.
I've made a peanut butter and jelly with a hot dog bun in a pinch, but there wasn't no hot dog involved. It was just bread.
Bread.
Like
oh well, the idea came because this was I just had normal bread and not a hot dog bun. And so the thing is like, this is just like making a fold over peanut butter and jelly kind of and I'm like, oh dude,
so this is like a wafer hot dog.
Let's put some peanut butter on that, and let's put some strawberry and oh, so good. This is great.
Yeah, Magnum was eating lunch and wanted dessert too. So just didn't have time to waste. So he just put it all together. Yeah, go. It's all coming out together anyway. Whatever.
I'm on a schedule here.
I'm also that guy though that is just like, okay, well, this food has to be separated over here, and this one over here, and this because like if there's potato salad, it's already a mixture. You can't mix the potato salad with something else. It's just weird, yo.
This guy is cooking a fucking hot dog out of here.
Yeah, hey man, I love food. I probably would try any kind of mixture, but I'll try something at least once.
I feel you there. The only thing I won't try is a peanut butter, banana, and mayonnaise sandwich.
Ugh, I mean, you lost me at the mayo, but the rest didn't seem that bad.
Peanut butter. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know why people put mayonnaise on peanut butter, banana, and mayonnaise, or just mayonnaise and banana sandwiches. I've heard of both
in general. Like, unless it's really mixed in with other stuff, no thanks.
I mean,
some people like the people who like are like, it's so good, you should try it. I'm like, fuck you.
I mean, normal mayonnaise, I don't know. Depends on the mayonnaise, right? Like Heinz mayonnaise isn't too bad. It's a little kind of flavorful, but
if I can use some Miracle Whip or something for that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like Miracle Whip, I could see Miracle Whip just getting thrown in that. That would be great. That sounds delicious, actually. Some Miracle Whip, but like normal mayonnaise, like it would have to be like Subway mayonnaise because they put a little bit of sugar in there, so they have like it's worth like 2 carbs of sugar.
Right.
So, like, whereas something a little more actual mayonnaise or just like straight up eggs, like the Heinz one, unless they're quality eggs, then that has too much like tang to it. Yeah. But anyway.
What?
Okay. I think we covered that question.
Y'all know what you're in for, goddammit.
We probably covered every food question right there. Not at all. Okay, so next question. When did you each start playing GBO2? This one's pretty quick.
Yeah. I didn't catch the beta, but I played it when it came out. I started playing the first week.
I was a little bit after that. So I think around the time that the God damn, what was it actually? It was like early fall after it had dropped. Like I missed the summer and like moved on after that when I started.
I started January or February, before the Western release, essentially. So 2 years and 8 months ago ish.
That's crazy. It feels like you've been
Between 2 and 7, 2 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was kind of late to it. It was pretty much after Christmas. A friend of mine found out that it was English translated, and it was just like, go, get in there, Gundam game.
Yeah, I'd have loved to have played like during the beta though. I don't know if you guys heard the stories, but like stuff was bonkers in the beta because they're still testing stuff. Like you could do combo controller worked on the GM striker spear and stuff like that. It was crazy.
See the precedent. Deja SCR dodge roll incoming for one patch, and then they're gonna nerf it because it's gonna be way too good. But anyway,
I feel like they got like freer reign back then. I don't know if they do shit like that now.
I feel like now they're trying to be a little more serious and stable, but I'm surprised we haven't gotten any map changes to jungle yet.
I mean, the bigger thing, and I know it's something that they probably won't do, is that they just need a test server.
They really do.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they treat the game like a test server till they finally get, Mountain fixed. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't mind that they change it, and I don't mind that they do it live a little bit. But I would like some of the bugs to be fixed though a little faster. Okay. Next question. Boxers, brief, boxer brief, or commando?
I could never go commando. I will just lead the discussion with that.
Yeah, I joke about commando, but no.
Yeah, as my friend calls it, free balling.
Free balling.
Yeah. Depends on the day, and depends on how much laundry I've done.
But you either do boxers or briefs, or if you're going commando, Magnum.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's the commando part.
Gotcha. Okay.
At one point, it was boxers. These days, I could do boxer briefs.
Yeah, boxers are weird. I never liked boxers when I was younger. Like, they had to, like, maybe you guys know, like, so which part of the boxers is the front? Because like I know they make them now, but I remember like all the boxers I ever owned had the button for it's a little thing you open up, and I really didn't get why it was there. Because I used to wear briefs a lot,
right?
And I don't know why is there a window in the boxers? You know, like is it for like slightly delayed access or something like that? Like why is it even there? So
see,
that was always kind of weird.
Of boxers you get too. Like,
I guess
if you had higher quality, like boxers are great. If you have like the cheap stuff that you're just getting just to have something to wear, then
yeah,
boxers
like
kind
a
of
t-shirt around your nuts, essentially, with just a fucking little button that's like gonna rip off or some shit.
Yeah, so high quality boxers, yes. Low quality, not so much.
It's between boxers and boxer briefs most of the time for me.
Yeah, I wear exclusively boxer briefs now. They're so nice.
I used to do it a lot for boxer briefs when I was at work, just because it would actually like cover like my inner legs and stuff, because I used to like chafe those really bad.
For sure, I like that too.
So it was just good for work in general.
Yeah, I well, pretty much depending on when I've done all three, but now mainly boxer briefs.
All right, good. We discussed the finer points of boxers, of undergarments.
Of undies.
Yes.
Maybe we should have added panties to that as well. Anyway, going right along.
Let us know when you whip out the G-string every now and then, eh?
Oh, no.
Do what you gotta do, am I right?
Okay, so
Little Stenton Chippendales.
oh no. Oh,
hey
no.
man, in this economy, man,
Okay, so next question. Who is your number one celebrity crush?
So I saw this one yesterday, and I still have a hard time coming up with
Yeah,
it. That was a shower stop moment for me. I'm like, I don't know because I don't follow enough.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm just trying to think of
I'm
like,
assuming, is this like when we're talking about crushes, it's like purely superficial too, right? So
For sure.
yeah. I'm just trying to think of who's done the most nerdiest movies in the sense of like,
I'm whipping out the Google. Hold on.
yeah, I was gonna say I might need to Google this. Hang on, hold up, because about the only one I guess right now, the only one I could think of would be like Scarlett Johansson.
That's a safe pick. I can take that. Jolie is starting to look a little scary these days. How about that one?
She also did an interview on Hot Ones too. Speaking of Hot Ones.
I don't know. For me, it would probably be Kodakumi. If you guys have ever heard. Oh my!
I was gonna say Amber Heard, but
Hold
then I
on.
realized who she's associated with in the scandal, so be it. Oof.
Wait, is she?
That's Depp's whole case going on right now. Yeesh.
I think I know who that is. If she's the one if the scandal that you're talking about is the one that I think it is.
The whole abuse case or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the female band?
No.
The Japanese band, anyway. Rina. Everyone liked Rina in Scandal.
Do you have any ideas for yours then, Emblem?
Oh yeah, Kodakumi.
Well, yeah, he just said.
If we're talking about back in the day.
Sorry.
No, you're good, my dude. Me and my brother watched a lot of. We would download a lot of like Japanese music videos, and we watch a lot of musical variety shows when I was younger, like Countdown TV. Morning Musume was really big back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and they did a lot of stuff. Ayaka's Surprising English Lessons was great. It's pretty much just a bunch. One of the members would run around like random band people and just interview them and try to like ask them to like say random English phrases. And it's fucking awesome.
Okay,
there was like one where they're like trying to say like how do you say you're drunk? And it's like, I am a little buzzed and need help to go home or something like that. And it's just it's just on various levels, and she always bribes them by giving them like cakes and candy and stuff. But we watch all sorts of stuff. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but Kodakumi had this one song we called the doggy style dance, because in the music video it's got some like weird ethnic theme going on. But at one part they're like in this tent, and all the dancers, like there's three groups of two pairs of dancers, And at one part during the song, one of them literally gets on their hands and knees, and the other guy starts humping him. We're just like, what the fuck is going on? But Kotakumi's hot, so whatever.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that just
Joko
reminds
Nakagawa
me.
as well.
That just reminds me. Recently, I found out about a show that they have in Japan that is on TV.
Oh no.
Like, I forget what it's even called now, but
Is it like on TV or is it on like late night access TV?
see, I don't know if it's on late night exactly, but it is something on their TV, and I don't think it's like there's probably some adult warning kind of thing on it, but
I would hope, because I think I know where you're going with this.
it's dudes versus dudes.
Mm.
Do you know which show I'm talking about?
No, but I know they have a lot of shows like that.
Yeah, like so one of the stories, pretty much it's a competition on who can last longer.
Is
Yeah.
this like in the family friendly Disney variety of lasting longer that we try to maintain on this very professional podcast?
It's as in the one dude is definitely naked and the other dude is behind a
Oh my
screen where you
God.
can't see anything, but they're both mic'd up so you can hear it all.
Heavily implied to be whack.
And yeah. So I found out about this recently. I was just like, what? And apparently this is just like a competition show on like normal TV. I don't know when it happens or what, but apparently it is normal TV. And it's just yeah. So that's the thing.
That's interesting though. I mean, I've heard I feel like in Japan they're more adverse to like violence more so than sexual stuff in regards to that. So, who knows?
But
I never watched anything like that though.
There was like a big deal though. The funny story with it is like there was a big deal. There was a guy who's like a porn star and he was just like, or maybe he was a stripper, one or the other. Anyway, he was just like, I could last 30 minutes easy.
Right.
And the other guy comes on and he's like, like he was like
in the century.
The gayest guy in Japan or something like that is what his claim was.
Let's go.
And then like he's like he won't last 30 seconds and it was like 2 minutes or something. It was yeah. That's the story that I found out recently.
The ultimate battle.
The ultimate battle. Oh my gosh. I can't even remember what the show's called now, but like I was just like, what? That's a thing? Like it doesn't exactly surprise me, but it caught me off guard. I can't say that I get caught off guard often like that, but yeah. But anyway, let's see. Oh no. Another thing got posted. That's another show. Let me know what that's about.
It's gonna start falling down the rabbit.
In the most chat-friendly way possible.
Oh God.
Because I want to say the thing I'm talking about is something similar to that name. Okay, so yeah, Gustav, did you answer the question?
Yeah, because I can't figure out a good one.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, when it comes to this, most of the time, I'm just like,
Johansson or Megan Fox seem like pretty okay.
There you go. That's another one.
I feel like a lot of the other ones on the top list now are people that I watched like growing up that were like kids at the time, so it just makes it feel a little weird.
Oof.
Just on like a bit of a side note, this is you probably heard something like this before, but that's kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with my friend's Tommy back in high school, and he said his favorite celebrities were and he used his hands to refer to each of them were Pamela Henderson and Hand Solo.
Okay, that's funny.
It's like this can really go good.
That was kind of weird because Han Solo's character would be more like the Star Wars character, not really the actor that portrays him, but whatever.
Right. But yeah,
Well, actually,
oh my gosh.
Harrison Ford might not be too bad though, like as an alternative.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. As far as just because I didn't even think about like any kind of Japanese celebrities or anything. I can't remember.
They're celebrities too. Damn it!
I can't remember. I mean, yeah, I was just like, again, this question kind of. I'm just like, sure.
I mean, the awkward thing is that if we're talking celebrities, the only ones I would know would be Jab models anyway. So that seems like it's kind of cheating.
As far as like K-pop as well. I just can't remember.
Ooh, Kara's pretty sexy. I don't know if you've ever seen her before. We're breaking into K-pop as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. There's, but
should have to be relevant because K-pop didn't exist until 2020.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Blackpink. They're all it. BTS. Yeah.
I mean, it existed before 2020. I remember listening to K-pop in college.
What are you talking about? BTS. There was Gangnam Style, and now K-pop exists because it's relevant in the States now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like there was a time before that it was still pretty relevant, and then like that brought it back though.
Yeah, there's like 2 years before that, and then Gangnam Style I hit, and it was like.
I think that brought it to the mainstream because it was funny, and then after that, it was just like, oh wait, actually, this shit's really good.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's see here. Next question. What is your dream car / vehicle? Okay, well, when it says / vehicle, I'm just thinking, can I pick a tank?
Yeah.
Well, go for it, bud.
But car, that's an easy one. Lamborghini Countach. Or a Lamborghini Diablo. Those are my 2 favorite Lamborghinis.
If we're going for cars, I wouldn't mind having like when I was first buying one before I got my Cruise now, I was honestly looking at getting a smart car, something along those lines. I wouldn't mind having an electric car. We're not talking like full on Tesla.
Oh, I was gonna say Teslas are great, dude. They're weird to drive.
Like, I thought Teslas all drive themselves, but
I mean, just the electric car in general, like, just not like as somebody who really likes just the feel of the car as well, like just having the electric car and it just goes. Like, I know there's some of those cars and stuff where they actually pump sound through the speakers to, make it feel like you're.
Yeah, like the feedback's different.
Yeah, it's weird. You're just like, and we're going 70 like a second. What? We just go, man.
I feel like the bigger thing back in the day that was like a big deal with them was that because they just go, they didn't tend to have a lot of torque, and I wonder if that's something they worked on since then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I remember when I was younger, I wanted like a Crossfire. I don't know, something like that would be kind of neat. I've gone between like a lot of just old like sedans and stuff, like 2 different Avalons of differing years. I'm like in an 02 right now, but they were all like grandma cars, so they were preserved pretty well.
Gustav, when you said that, my mind went straight to you'll get caught up in the
Crossfire, yeah.
But any like crazy expensive cars that you guys like? I used to be a fan of the Ferrari a bit, but I don't know.
I really wanted an expensive car. Like, I really wanted a Jeep when I was getting to get out of high school.
Actually drove a BMW back in the day, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I
You
feel
saw
like
it's fancy.
BMW
No, that
kind
was
of fell out.
my stepdad at the time was riding one.
Okay.
My cousin always wanted, like, when we would talk about cars, like, especially when Need for Speed Underground came out and all the customization of parts and colors and everything. It was just like, yeah. Which, by the way, call back to one of the reasons why I like both of those Lamborghinis. Might have to do with being a kid and playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, like the original.
I remember that one.
Or it could have been 2. Either way, it had both of those Lamborghinis in it, and I was just like, I love these cars. And then I have a bunch of posters in my room of those cars. So, yeah. But yeah, my cousin always would favor like the BMW and a few things like that.
Mm.
My other cousin,
When it
she
came
had
to
a Celica.
I was more
Okay.
partial to like Burnout and stuff, so I don't know if I really put too much stock in like the cars at all.
Yeah, I'm there with Gustav actually. I was gonna say most of my racing was done on Rage Racer 3.
Oh yeah.
And or sorry, just Rage Racer, which I think was Ridge Racer 3 or whatever.
Or Ridge
But
Racer.
I think that game had all fake cars in it. Rage Racer soundtrack is fucking awesome, by the way. I would strongly recommend if anybody looking for some video game music to listen to. But like I'll say I would want the Assalto. I think was one of the cars. It was one of the more high end cars from Rage Racer. I think it was awesome.
There we go. I mean, it is a dream car at that point. Hey, there we go. Still answering the question. Nailed it. Okay. Next question. Who was your worst / least favorite coworker?
It's a little tough for me because I really didn't like a lot of my coworkers, so I don't know if I can rank them that easy.
I mean, I'm normally pretty chill, so I don't really care who I'm working with half the time, but there's a couple of lazy people that I could, but I mean, that's probably the worst. Let me think on this one a bit.
Well, I can say, like, in this case, I think it definitely comes down to my time in the movie theater, which is kind of unfortunate because, like, most of the managers that work there are people I considered friends. But it's definitely one of those cases where, like, you have somebody that's a good friend, but they're not necessarily like the best boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it was definitely like in that case, if we're ranking it up, because I mean, I personally think from a work standpoint, he could have done better in that regard. But I generally use that as a guideline. But I'd probably say that would be the basis for who I would say fits in that role for me. It was actually to kind of like double down on that when I was interviewing for my management position at the theater that they built, like the new one. I straight up told the GM that was going to be taking over at the time is like, I told him I straight up know that I could do a better job than any of the managers that were currently at the theater, and I wouldn't let him down. Like straight up in the interview, he's like, "What are your strengths?" And I was like, "I'll do a better job than anybody here can, than any of the managers can. So I think you're better off going with me than bringing them over to your building." It just like some of lack of respect, not very good values. In some cases, depending on who it was, and some of the GMs aren't that great either. And this is more like in general, not just that one person, but other people also. But I don't know. It just comes down to treating everyone with respect and all that good jazz. But yeah, that would be the big one for me.
Like, with how much fun that I like, with how bad the job could be sometimes. When I was working at the hospital, like we would kind of goof on each other a little bit, but definitely when their friend kind of started working there, I kind of got a little bit of the tag team kind of, but that's not a big deal. Actually, a lot of times we would joke about stuff more than anything, so that was pretty
Mhm.
good. So like that was actually honestly really pleasant. But speaking of the hospital, there was a time that I got
Uh-huh.
reported for picking up somebody and then dropping them on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, man. I could not just lift, but I could like triple lift. I could like
Well, I
pick up
thought you more meant like use
You
one of the
dropped
crane
somebody.
lift
Yeah.
things. To,
no,
like,
no,
pick
no,
somebody up out
like
of the
straight up
bed.
like, here, I got you. You're 400 pounds, no big deal. Poof. Oh, sorry, you're in the floor.
Hmm.
Anyway, so what happened was, there was a slight incident that happened, but at the time, a new CEO, whatever he is over the hospital, came in. And what they do a lot of times, especially to help budgets and whatnot, is fire everyone. And they just had 100 layoffs, and they were going to do more, and then they were going to do like another wave of 100 or whatever. Um, Actually, essentially, my mom got caught up in that too, because she had worked there for like 10 years and kept getting raises, and literally,
Mhm.
after they fired her, I talked to two of the people that were like student nurses at the time. But then right after they got hired, I was like, real quick, just answer me. How much are you getting paid an hour? It was literally like half what my mom was getting paid. So they hired
Which is
essentially two people right after
for
she
her
got
pay.
fired. Yeah. So touche, I guess. But I mean, I was a business major. That was one of my majors. So I was just like, that's exactly what in marketing class, that was the first thing. They're like, if you ever go in and you're taking over a business, blah, 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 first thing you do is go through and see who you can fire. And I'm just like, and then I go straight from that class to my next class, which was like management at the time. And they were just
Mhm.
like, okay, so you got to be ethical when you're a manager. And I'm like, you're sending me mixed signals here. Marketing says get rid of people. Management says you gotta help you gotta help your people. And it's like, what?
Marketing is a little bit more self-serving too, because it's
Oh
just
yeah.
raw numbers.
Oh yeah. So, so I kind of understood it, but it was just like, man, oh, there was a lot of people that got shafted in that, and it was pretty much cutthroat. So everybody was on edge. Everybody was ready to just like take him, take that guy, that person over there. They sneezed on that wall. I'm sorry, they sneezed in that person's face or something. I don't know. Like they just like,
Whoa, that's assault nowadays.
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
that
that
is
guy needed to
assault
go.
nowadays. Oh man, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Whoops.
I mean,
Um,
even before that, that's a good reason to just get at least yelled at, if not punched in the face.
For
yeah.
sure.
So like, but yeah, it just got bad. So probably the worst one was one of the bitches that worked on the one of the floors.
Mm.
Um, and she just reported me for apparently just picking up somebody and throwing them on the floor.
Woo!
And that was the whole thing. And I mean, nothing actually happened, but I'm just like, really? Especially when I found out who it was, I was just like,
Yeah, like just on top of everything else, I can imagine.
yeah. So they were just like, I got called into the office and extra conversation is like, and since I worked weekends, none of the actual like supervisors or anything actually worked, and the weekends were um actually pretty rough too. They we would have 150 to 180 moves a day, whereas during the week they would have like 140. Oh, and we had two people in the morning, three people for 4 hours, I think, around lunch. It was either 3 or 4 hours, and then we were back down to two for the rest of the day. And during the week, they had 6 to 8 people,
Mhm.
and just yeah, and we were doing more moves and stuff. So, like, it was a bit more intense. Though I will say, on the weekend, every now and then especially when one of the doctors, who is a child, he walked in. No, for real though. He walked
He's
in.
a child genius?
Yeah.
How old was he?
No, not a child genius. He was an old man who was a child inside. He walked in, and because one of the patients decided to eat some food, he was like, "Fine, nobody's getting surgeries or anything done today. I'm out."
Okie dokie.
And he just left. And so we had nothing to do. So we were just like, "Okay, the door. Nobody else has a key, right? It's the weekend.
Cool.
No supervisors. Okay, we're taking shifts. 4-hour naps. Go." And we just
To the break room?
we just pretty much napped the entire time. So yeah, that was certain days like that happen, which that's what it was sold to me. And then like after the first month of working, they were just like, everything on the weekend go, and so it got intense. But yeah, that was probably the worst one, just because it was just one of those things like, I'm gonna report you, so hopefully you get fired and I don't. And I mean, that's how it was. It was cutthroat.
Man.
Like that whole place got cutthroat that last like 6 months that I was there. But anyway, you guys got any crazy stories to add to that one? Wait, Gustav.
Well, I'm interested to hear what Gustav
Gustav,
says.
yeah.
I feel like Gustav's
yeah, my bad.
I feel like Gustav's least favorite is gonna be his car. Man, when I was in Uber, my car is a fucking jerk. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, Gustav, my bad.
Thankfully, it didn't crap out of me. Oh my god.
That's good.
But no, that was fine. The job that I had before that, I was at Michael's Arts and Crafts. It wasn't so much
really?
the other employees. I think some of them, the bigger overarching issue for me is that we were the odd kind of store out because we were very old. We didn't get updated or anything. We used to have pretty much the entire staff would be just nothing but old ladies, like more so than the other stores. So these are people who are either going to be retiring or just piecing out in a couple years. So they were doing kind of like the minimal work, and no one could really tell them anything because, they're already 1 foot out the door. So that was kind of rough in general, especially since like a lot of these people were good people. They just sucked as workers. But, you want to address them for what they're doing as opposed to anything else. Also, just like some of the managers, like the actual floor managers, are pretty lousy. But the store managers are fine. So I was kind of thankful for that, at least. But I don't have any
sucks that it didn't trickle
super
down
outstanding. Well. I used to hear a lot more stories about outstanding people, like people stealing shit from work and all this other kind of stuff. But like, I lucked out for that kind of shit. I think the worst it ever got was when I was doing like an internship, and the supervisor that I had like was just going through this whole drama, and he and it was also kind of a nepotism case because his wife worked in the same general like section of the building, even though they technically weren't in the same department. And I think like maybe a couple weeks into me being there, he just left. He was just gone. So we didn't have anyone to really tell any of the guys that were there what to do. So we just kind of dicked around for the rest of the internship.
Was it a paid internship?
Yes, thankfully.
There you go.
There you go.
Nailed it. Okay, so next question. Let's see. If you could have any mutant power, what would it be and why?
Are you talking X-Men mutant powers?
That's kind of more. I
Or...
probably should have messaged back and clarified, but I'm guessing that's what they're talking about.
Because can we dip into anime mutant powers?
Again, I gotta remember we got the resident weeb here.
Okay, let's do both, and then we can. I mean, one of my favorite X-Men, Juggernaut, but I don't know.
Just being so damn big.
Well, doesn't Juggernaut create like infinite mass or something when he's running.
Momentum,
Like he has a
yeah.
couple of things, yeah.
But
Hmm.
I mean, there's the whole Sidorak thing that happens with Juggernaut as well. Actually,
Yeah, way over my head.
if you got any of the X-Men Black, which I got one up there. Gee, that's a good thing I could put behind me. Yeah.
Ye-
But yeah, that one actually is really intense. Like Sidorak, just like it's one of the first times where it shows him just like, wait, who gets? Yeah, I think he actually beats Sidorak in that one, like in his dimension a little bit, which Sidorak's pretty much a god on the power scale in his dimension. The fact that he's able to, I mean, I think he's technically weaker at this point, but like the
but at
fact
the
that,
time,
yeah, the fact that he still like just punches him and actually hurts him pretty heavily is just like Juggernaut OP. But but yeah, I love the Sidorak stuff around that. But as far as actual useful powers, other than just almost being indestructible, I don't know, man. Nightcrawler just teleporting, I think, is
that'd be hype.
probably like the most useful thing I could think of.
Would you take the teleporting if you also had to look like Nightcrawler?
He's like a pseudo demon or something like that. Is that part of that?
Something like that. And it's one of those comic things. It depends on which one you're reading.
I was gonna say because like I thought he was just straight up a mutant. I didn't know they had like some demonic bullshit going on with it too.
Yeah,
I thought that's
think
what they perceived him to be because of how he looks, but
well, wasn't he related? Like, I think this was in the First Class movie, but isn't he related to
what's her name?
like, yeah. Well, no, not Mystique. If you're talking about her, but they had like, Magneto's side had some demon-looking guy with them, and like, wasn't he? Okay, his mother's Mystique, his father's Mephisto. Okay,
There we go.
maybe
That's
it
who
was
it is.
Mystique. Okay.
Yeah, and then then there's Mephisto. That's it. But yeah, I think that's my pick for the. Obviously, just being able to levitate yourself. That's convenient as well.
Nightcrawler was pretty disgusting in X-Men 2 Clone Wars. You guys ever played that game?
So if we're talking strictly X-Men, there's another dude that was able to like multiply himself too. I wouldn't mind that.
I guess the why for all these that I would pick is then I could just be like, I'm the Juggernaut bitch, and otherwise convenience. The other ones are just convenience. Like, man, I'm hungry. Boom. Okay, let's get some Taco Bell today. Oh man, I need this at the store. Boom. I'm here at the store. Let's buy what I need. Just
Yeah.
wherever you need to be instantly. Let's go.
Although for now, it's also gonna make you like a super spreader.
Yeah. Oops.
Anywhere, any place, any infection.
Just say you're an essential worker, Magnum.
Oh no.
You had to have the
you know what?
jacket
You
on
know
the
what?
whole time. Like, what are you doing?
I could use it to deliver stuff to people. There we go.
Yeah, you could just do the Uber and just be like the most efficient dude ever.
Most efficient Uber ever. You don't even have to get in a car or anything. You just grab onto them and their luggage and then boop.
Whoop.
It also, have you guys ever seen the X-Men, like EX-Men, the comedy thing with I can't remember the dude's name.
No.
Look those up. He's like,
I saw the X-Men anime.
He goes, Wolverine, tough guy, Wolverine, everyone's favorite because it's Xavier firing. So as in EX-Men, he's like, What do you do?
Oh, I see. Okay.
I run fast. I've got claws, you know. And then he's just like, oh, really? Cool. So Magneto, he's across a bridge, killing people. I mean, killing a lot of people. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna run at him. You're gonna run at Magneto. You run at Magneto. What? He throws you off a bridge because you're made of metal, and you're dead. Storm flies across, sucks him into a hurricane. You know, and then he's just like, I got a motorcycle. Against Magneto. What is a motorcycle made out of? Tubes. And glass.
Now, come on, man.
It's
the
X-Men
plane is literally made out of plastic. They couldn't give him a plastic motorcycle.
Metal. Yes, metal.
The question is, would he take it?
So yeah, it's funny.
Wolverine plays a vital role on the X-Men team. Okay, somebody has to get their ass beat.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I'll take that answer. I was like,
Wolverine got by that guy. Oh shit.
I thought you were about to like give some praise. I was like,
no.
and then you turned that around. And I was like, yeah. Let's go.
My friend Jack always used to say that Wolverine's only use was to get his ass kicked because he could recover from it. So that's a pretty cool mutant power.
This is how this guy's powers work, as exemplified by Wolverine.
Yep.
But let's see. The main point though is the one where he like fires Nightcrawlers. He's like, and then when you teleport, have you ever smelled yourself when you teleport? You leave behind this weird gas that just smells like, and I can't remember what he says, but he just makes up this horrible, disgusting thing that if you thought about, you'd be like, ugh. And then just like, you know, then he's finally like, fine, I'm out of here. And you know, he poofs, and he's like, why did he have to do that? So, anyway, but yeah, that's probably the mutants for me. What about you guys? What you guys got?
I feel like mine are all based on jokes. On the original X-Men like side-scrolling arcade game, we always used to make fun of it because when you fight Magneto, when he introduces himself, he's like, "I am Magneto, master of magnetism." He doesn't say magnetism; he says magnet. So he needs to grab his one single U-shaped magnet and just like throw that at people. Like, I want to be the master of magnet, not magnetism. Magneto just dinking at you with a literal magnet. Like, got him. He's not that scary. It's just one magnet.
That's also a good one. He fires Magneto, which is great. Like, I don't even work for you. What are you? Come on, Charles. I don't even work for you.
That's a good question. I never really like thought about it, I guess. I would want to be the X-Men that has the stretchy arms but can't swim.
Oh no.
But that actually might just be Luffy, so never mind. Sorry, it's a poor attempt at humor. I always liked Gambit, but I feel like his power is just throwing cards around. Cable's pretty cool too.
He can what is it?
Like energy.
He infuses it with energy, and pretty much anything he can touch like explodes or whatever. It just has that property.
Oh, okay. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2 taught me that Cable's mutant power is firing a gun.
Oh yeah.
So he can shoot things, right? Like that's Cable's entire mutant roster. He has a metal arm and he can fire a gun, right?
He's Cyclops' son that comes back from the future.
So his eye kind of does
powers.
stuff, but whatever.
Something about psychic powers. He's using all those to keep himself from dying or whatever. He shoots a gun, right?
Yeah. My mutant power. Gun.
I feel like all the comic book people in chat are just gonna be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Oh, for sure.
No, I know.
Sure.
I'm agreeing with that because I know a few Cable fans where I played Marvel Heroes. So if they ever hear this, I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to you. Like that was the best part about Marvel Heroes is like my like character could beat your character. Okay, let's go into PvP. Look, Juggernaut won. Get wrecked.
Oh no, how bad for you?
You're just overpowered, and you have your rotation. I'm like,
That's
yeah.
not fucking
That's something
fun.
that Gambit had to be nerfed because he was too strong.
Mhm.
He could just like look at things and blow them up. And apparently, Mr. Sinister, really good name by the way, like gave him a lobotomy because he was too bonkers.
I mean, that's kind of the funny thing too. Just about any character, you have like their God mode comic book. Like again, I was talking about Juggernaut. Like when he's straight up like being a scion for Sidorak, he's just like literally has like God powers, and it's like he's indestructible because also magic at the same time, not only just himself and everything. So like
I'll give you what the internet says, Magnum. Batman could beat him if he knows he's coming ahead of time and has the something cube.
Something cute.
oh no.
There's like a cube, there's like an OP like box or something in DC. And I remember some of my friends are looking at stuff like that. And like on the internet, whenever time like the most OP characters, like literally all the discussions like seem to end with Batman could beat him if he knew they were coming ahead of time and had this box. It's just like, okay.
Okie dokie.
But like so that's always the funny thing with a lot of the comic books because it's like, okay, so which one are you talking about? Because Juggernaut also in like the show is like, I run into building and fall over and I can't get hurt, but I am super
I'm
dumb.
pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah. So like, depending on which one that you're talking about, there's a lot of characters that their power levels go from Yamcha to Goku, like
Pretty quick.
depending on which one you're talking about.
That might not be very fair either because Goku's pretty fucking stupid.
I mean, if Batman has enough prep time, he could beat anything, right? He beats Superman, and everyone's like, "Who's better, Batman or Superman or Goku?" And Batman beats Superman, so he must be better than Goku, right?
Oh no!
Oh no, we
That
brought it.
battle's already covered it a couple times, and it's just like,
oof.
goddamn.
My character's better than yours.
Goku,
Okay, so what's your reason why, Gustav and Emblem? And then we'll go into like anime random powers.
The reason why I don't have a reason. Gambit was just really good in that video game.
It was just cool.
Cause cool. But yeah, Gustav,
Yeah,
what was your reason for?
Mine was just so that I can like multiply myself. There's a character that can do that, but they have something called like character absorption, essentially. So whatever those copies do, he can absorb them and have like experiences from them, which is exactly where they got it for Naruto. So
Yep.
I was about to say, like they did at Naruto as well.
So I think that'd be cool just to be able to like cover a lot of ground and do a lot of different stuff. But again, not very pandemic friendly. But I like that idea.
Oh no, if you duplicate while you have oh no.
Oh god, yeah. One of them contracts and then you bring it back.
How come all your guys' powers make you super spreaders?
Like, oh no, no.
I mean, the lazy thing would be just to take one of those Superman pills that they had in like the Injustice times. Be like, oh, I just have a spread of powers that are really convenient and work a lot.
Ah, the Deus Ex Machina toolkit. I see.
Yeah.
Thanks, plot.
By the way, though,
strong and do all kinds of other bullshit. Maybe I'll even mutate different powers.
Okay, so real quick, just on a side note, time to get too scientific for talking about powers, but I know a lot of people's like, I want to fly. I'm just like,
are you sure?
Does that come with like
yeah, anything else?
Like, are you shifting the universe? Is this how you're flying, or are you like, there's something called wind, and birds or bugs.
Mhm.
So
I thought it was really funny when they did that for Dragon Ball. Like Videl was trying to fly as fast as everyone else, and she's like, "God, my whole face!" Like trying to cover her face and all this shit because just like they're going too fucking fast.
yeah, because it's just like, you and then can't just stop on a dime because there's a thing called inertia, momentum, and yeah, you're gonna break your neck every time it's like, oh, I want to stop. I'm dead. Like, but anyway.
Some nerds. Fly powers go zoom zoom.
Freaking nerds.
But nah, you're right. You're right. You better get some like reinforced skin and bone structure.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that.
and maybe some temperature gain, or not so much, depending on how high you decide to go. Because there's that too. Don't accidentally go into space. Oops. But yeah. Anyway, I just have to bring up flying every time. So anime stuff. Do we want to go through anime powers? I guess.
Sure. Sounds good.
I mean, go ahead, Emblem. You have the floor.
Oh gosh, okay, I'm leading. I wasn't ready to say much about it. I guess in that regard, like I wouldn't mind having I'll just use One Piece as a reference. Boa Hancock is a character from One Piece, and she has the ability to like make extra appendages and stuff. I wouldn't mind having an extra controller so I can play in space, or an extra hand so I can play in space effectively. That'd be pretty cool. I think I need a third hand.
Wait, is that who that is? I
What?
remember who that is, right?
Boa Hancock?
Yeah,
No, it's Nico Robin.
Yeah, that's Robin, isn't it? Robin
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Robin. Okay, it's Nico Robin. Yeah.
Medeki
whatever.
just
That one
was like, actually.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, wait a minute. I thought
Boa turns
Boa
people to
was
stone
the
or whatever.
snake lady that like if they
Which that's pretty cool.
if they have any lust at all, then they're just like she could just turn them to stone. And then I was just like, wait a minute.
Energy against them. That's funny.
Yeah, I've been called out as a phony. This isn't anime at all. This fucking nerd. I've never seen Boku no Hero Academia.
But yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, the extra. Because I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't Sanji always go Robin Chuan? So I was like, but yeah. Speaking of which, I think they just had, or wait, what is today? I guess in 2 more days we're on 900 and like a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever episode we're on, it's just a lot now. That's a series. I mean, if we're talking mutant stuff, technically, My Hero Academia is
right.
I'm sure they're all muted up.
I mean, they're technically mutant powers.
Shoot, if we're going narrow, I want my mutant power to be One Punch Man. Take my hair.
Yeah, it's already gone. I'm good with that.
I mean, that's another one. Trying to think of something cool.
Very good at this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something cool right now. I'm just like,
cool one is the one you like the most, bud. Don't worry. We won't judge you if you want the power to grow your nails or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, mainly for me it's just the most convenient. So I mean, technically, all for one is dick move,
Yeah,
but
just
very
don't.
convenient.
Yeah, just don't blow your limbs out. You'll be good.
There you go. Well, no, wait, did I say it backwards?
Oh, all for one. Yeah, so
Yeah,
even like less drawbacks to that.
yeah.
That's fair.
You just take what you want. No big deal.
Wait, what is all for one?
You
Uh,
just take.
you take all the powers that you want.
Mhm.
So like,
Oh,
you just be like,
is that like a person?
mine. Yeah,
It's both.
Oh, so you're like Jubilee, or not Jubilee? Rogue or
Yeah.
Rouge?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Only
In a world with no powers, that'd be a little awkward. But yeah, in general, that'd be cool.
yeah. You don't really. The only thing though is like Rogue. She like literally drains life
Yeah,
force. So
everything.
that's a little. Yeah. This is just stealing the power. The person just doesn't have a power after that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I mean, at that point, you just get to pick and choose what you want. Obviously, though, very dick move, but definitely really convenient.
Hey, others must fail for some to succeed.
Hmm. Berserk, Berserk with the here we go with the best anime power, talking relatively normally over long distances. And you can wait. What? Oh, yes, yes. There we go. Sorry, I thought it was like also monologuing in like, oh, we've got 1 minute left. Okay, well, this fight's been going on for this episode for, you know, 20. I thought you had 1 minute before literally the world blows up.
Namek explodes in 7 minutes. 30 episodes later.
But yeah, the long distances thing though, yeah, like doing the whole um the one I think that made fun of it was, have you guys seen Attack on Titan Abridged?
No.
Like, you know how everything that they do is that intense, like, shaky cam with the lines and the,
Yeah.
you know, like just yelling. And it's
Mhm.
just like, just straight up in the abridged, like, the dude's yelling from atop the wall down at everybody on the
Mhm.
ground. And you just hear, does,
Like, what is he
does,
saying?
does
Yeah.
he know does he know we can't hear him? I, I don't know what he's saying. But yeah, that power. That's what Berserk was saying.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I always thought the greatest anime superpower was the power of obliviousness.
Oof.
Like, main characters, like, there's got to be a superpower because, like, I don't, no real person would not have banged all the like waifus that are just DTF in any of these anime without some kind of additional help.
Right. I mean, it also depends on the archetype too, because some of it's just like what the kids say is a thought slayer, where like it's kind of intentional instead.
For sure.
All intentional, calculated. Okay. But yeah, if we don't have any other anime powers, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so if you were um sent to the UC universe and could choose a faction, so we're getting isekai here into
Mhm.
Gundam. And you get to choose what faction you're on. What would you choose, Federation or Xeon? And what would be your main suit? I mean, mine's easy.
Yeah.
Let me go get it out of the other room.
Now that being said, what faction would you try to stay in to have it?
I mean, it definitely gets transferred both sides, so I
Right, that's the thing.
easily get to choose either or here. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent on this part. I mean, stick Xeon for the memes, but
Mhm.
I don't know. They have a lot of times they have some of the cooler looking suits. I think
They do.
so. On that would be my choice. But I mean, the thing is, if I was getting the GBO2, then yeah.
If we were straight up being isekai though, like I'd probably just stick with Federation because they're a bunch of space terrorists essentially for the Xeon. Not that the Feds, unlike an under wraps kind of situation, are any better, but
Yeah.
just brass to kind of throwing their dicks around and being assholes. Like that's the whole
General reveal was
kind
really
of thing.
cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might have to choose Federation.
Well, you guys are a bunch of Fetty nerds. See John, Neo Xeon.
Oh shit!
And I'd have the Zeta Gundam.
Wait, Neo Xeon?
Awesome.
Hang on a sec.
Heck yeah, screw regular Xeon.
This says
Lord Lady Haman, baby, step on me.
It says
step on me now. Just get in there.
This says Federation or Xeon. Sorry.
Yeah, this is Xeon. They just added Neo in front.
The true Xeon, even they
for real. None of those zombie pretenders.
Okay, well then I'd probably have to swap to that faction.
It's out here like fuck a zombie though, damn.
We can talk about maybe did you guys see that stuff about the new series that they got coming out where it's got isekai with with very hot office lady Haman and
what?
And little Kaisila.
Yeah, Cassilia when she didn't look like a fucking ghoul.
Hey man, turn like 20 does that to you.
I guess in anime. It fucked her up. She actually didn't look that bad in Origin either, and then like by the end it's like to see it. It's starting to happen. Her face is just wider now. Oh no. That girl got ugly. Woo!
Yeah, but yeah, it makes you wonder if they're gonna do some stuff with Gundam-san or whatever in that regards also.
Mm-hmm.
So when's that coming out?
What's a manga, essentially?
Oh, it's a manga? Okay.
Yeah, it's not an animation.
Oh man, I was wanting that to be an animation.
No, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
let's go.
I'm gonna have to read your words in the little flippy books.
I mean,
those mangas are backwards.
I'll lay down and hit the auto scroll button and read. That's how I get through mine. Let's see. And this would be a time that if we were actually sponsored, I would throw in a plug. But nope.
No shameless plugs here, though.
Someone should donate to Magnum's computer fund.
You know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and plug for that. I don't normally have the bar up, but it exists.
It directly improves the podcast. Like, let's be frank. So, like, kind of important.
Damn. Come on, Sama.
For real, let's just let's get to the good part. Anyway, woo, what up? Hey girl.
Like the minute she actually comes into like the chapter, the Haman chapter's up. Let's go. Like, oh shit. There's so many good suits though. Like I would still stay Fetty, but the Alex would be cool. Just to have a whole girl. I've already run it so much in this fucking game. I might as well run it in there too.
There you go.
Giving that DACA.
So yeah, Emblem. I don't think I have to ask what your suit is, but what is your suit that you would pilot?
Oh, I already answered. Zeta Gundam, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Whoa,
Yep.
I thought Cubile. Damn.
You'd be nice too, but if I'm going to be in Neo Zeon, I'm not going to take Hamon's mobile suit. I need her to crush things while I also crush things into Zeta Gundam. Because I'm just going to roll Camille over and take his suit.
I was gonna say that's his present for Spot. Like, see, I'm gonna pilot it, but here you go for your side.
And then you're just gonna take the name of Courtney, right? By the way, Courtney showed up again. By Jerry.
Hey. Jerry.
Wait, I was with Jerry?
You were fighting against Jerry. Jerry showed up.
Oh,
They ended up
Oh, I see.
impersonating him because they saw him on the base that they were on, and so
who,
then-
Jerry or
Jerry, yeah.
Courtney? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so Courtney's been tracking him down. Because he said, not like a girl's name, but that guy looks like a dude.
Like a dude.
Because his character is not a kid. But anyway, so let's see. Next question. What's your favorite side scroller?
That actually covers a couple of their like subgenres too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go classic.
Yeah, I think for me, it's up in the air between two games. I really like Arrow Flash. It's one of the first like side-scrolling type games that I played. Really good. And Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Oh man, after you said that, now I'm just like, yeah, there's a lot of others, but my favorite one that I own. Dude, see, this is hard because I got a Genesis, Super Nintendo, like, I mean, if we want to go Nintendo, maybe Contra.
Contra's a good one to go with.
Up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, and also on Super Nintendo with also the Konami code.
Beep, beep, beep.
But if you do it wrong and do like the select start, you suicide. Gradius is probably one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that one's sick too.
Like Gradius is a ton of fun. Like that.
Greatest. Well, and then there was that one for PlayStation. What was it, like Ironhander?
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Those like those side-scrolling like playing games usually have pretty good music too, which is always nice.
Ironhander had a fucking hot ass soundtrack on it. Goddamn.
I bet. I think I have some of the songs from there on my playlist. Actually, yeah.
When I didn't really know like any better, I used to think that the like Gundam Wing song was from Gradius because there's one that sounds almost like it. The bidoo. It has that kind
Come
of.
on, Burning Heat.
Yeah.
Fan was on DDR. I think it's called Burning Heat.
I mean, I don't know the name, but I'm guessing we're talking about the same song. But
the Mega Man series is really good for me, even if I was garbage at them.
Mega Man.
I played
it for sure.
Sonic, for sure.
Oh yeah, Sonic. Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean,
yeah, I've got Sonic.
Sonic 1 was my first game, so I definitely feel you there.
Well, my first game. I guess my first side scroller was Mario. Because we had.
Game was actually like the original LOZ.
When you said Ninja, I thought you might have like my brain automatically went to Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, if we're talking about ninja games, oh man, Revenge of Shinobi.
Oh,
Was
there you
so
go.
good. You fight Spider-Man in that game too.
That's right. Like
Oh, dude, I forgot
game's-
about that.
It's
Yes.
fucking awesome.
like Spider-Man and like wasn't there other heroes that were technically in it too?
I'm not sure. I know it was Spider-Man for sure. In the second part of the fight, he like turns into
there's some
crazy
changes,
spider
yeah.
monster. But yeah, I know they definitely had Spider-Man.
Super Metroid was a good one too.
Oh yes, there
Yeah,
we go.
Metroidvania games.
Man,
Mhm.
that was the one game that I didn't have on the Super Nintendo that I always would have to borrow from somebody. That and Mario Kart, like, was the two Super Nintendo games that I would always have to borrow.
I never played the old Metroids, but Metroid Fusion is a lot of fun. That game is fucking amazing.
Zero Mission was a good like one for the OG.
Mhm.
But yeah, when
I like they had those fusions of Link to the Past and Super Metroid. That's like a ROM hack or whatever. I thought that
whoa,
Nice.
that sounds intense. Let's see. But yeah, as far as my first game that I don't remember because I just too young to remember, but it was like around Christmas, so my parents were filming and recording, and I was like, "Look, Mario, jump!" And I was in like the last part of Super Mario Brothers on recorded, recorded, beating Bowser, beating the game. 2 years old, no big deal. I have just no recollection of that. But yeah,
but it's got evidence.
and then I also knew like every like all the cards in like Mario 3. Like you know how the card where you had to select the matches and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I memorized every card layout when I was a kid. So like
Wait.
when I would like choose the top two, I would pretty much know exactly all the bonuses. And the way I memorized them is because my mom was smart and she wrote them all down. So I was just like, she's like, okay, so get out the thing. Let's figure out which card this is. I'm like, this is taking too much time. This is inefficient. We have to do this faster. I'm gonna memorize them all, and yeah. So, but
I like how it's your mom helping you try to game the system too. Like, oh no, we got cards for this shit. Go.
yeah. So
That's hers.
yeah, that's where it started, man. Like, born and raised a gamer. Let's go.
What's up, gamers?
Hers.
So yeah, that's about all I got for side scrollers. Anything else?
Definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw the new one got put in there. Do any of you build Gunpla, and what is your favorite kit?
I did the last part of it, but figured it'd help it out a little bit.
Well, so far, for me, yes. And hopefully soon, because this is done, I just gotta get a little table and stuff. The Toggies, real grade. Just because it's like the frame's really cool and it's been really cool doing all the extra pieces and stuff. Great articulation too. So
Yeah, and I have built. I definitely did some building in the past. I think one of my first kits that I built was the Endless Waltz heavy arms. It was a high grade. I've also made the Gundam X with the I can't remember the name of its shield. I think it's like the X divider. I think. And a few other things. God Gundam. I made God Gundam. Nobel Gundam as well. The God Gundam was a master grade. Nobel Gundam was a high grade. I don't think they have anything higher than a high grade for that one. But I will say though, like more recently, I've built a few things on stream. We did the Cubile, which I still keep close on hand. You know, always be ready with the cubes. But that kit actually turned out pretty nice. I really liked the way it turned out. Same for the GM Striker. I built that one. Our next stream is going to be to Methus. We'll probably do it sometime next month after the Halloween stream we're doing tomorrow. I'm going to build the meta suit of GBO2 to Methus. Should be cool. But yeah, it's fun to do every now and then. I don't go as hard as like Aoshi or some of the other guys do, where they're like doing some like real hardcore painting and stuff like that. But I do a little bit of building.
Here's how I do my building. Hang on, let's see. Where did I put it? Okay, it's not. I moved it somewhere else. But here we go. I pull out my knife, little piece, and I go clip, and shave off the little nub. And before that, when I built like the wing and the Barbatos, Lupus Rex, I would be like, pop, and then just scrape it off with my finger. But
we had to do a little bit of twisting in our days, right?
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
So I have not upgraded to snips yet, but I do have a knife.
I had snips, but it was like a Craftsman. It wasn't like an actual nipper. But I think one of my favorites, I did an old Zeta Gundam before I even knew what. So that was pretty neat. Had like lights in it and all that. But it was one of the older kits, so like the articulation wasn't super great, and I had a hell of a time putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely one of my favorites.
And I'll say messing with non like I don't know Bandai kits, I guess. It's definitely like a difference. I've made a Macross kit before, and it's different.
Like,
so the quality can vary for sure. Anyway, did you have a follow up?
Oh well, when you say it's different, like,
I guess I would say like you could tell like Gunpla, like Bandai's kits have, you know, age and experience behind it. I guess like they've learned what works, and other kits still need to get there. I guess like there are just things that are in a Gunpla that you take for granted. I guess would be the best way to put it. Like those, I think they're called polycaps.
Mm-hmm.
Like polycaps are fucking awesome.
It's kind of weird to me that there would be suits or stuff that's similar to that wouldn't use them.
I don't know. It could have been an old kit though. Because the one I made was more like it's like it had something like a polycap, but it wasn't, and it was more hard plastic than like the softer stuff. It was a little stiff. No, I honestly never even got around to finishing it, to be honest.
But yeah, I definitely want to make a perfect grade one day. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I want to level up my Gunpla building before I do that. I feel like that's like trying to do some real hardcore stuff.
Yeah, that's like final boss kind of thing. Okay, so real quick, just kind of go back to the other question, just because I just read chat and saw one. R-Type, dude. R-Type was good. I had a R-Type.
Talking about side scrollers?
Yeah. R-Type was a good one. And then I just found out, apparently there was an Earth Defense Force game. Because I'm trying to find the one. There was one that had, I would rent it all the time at the local place before Blockbuster came in and destroyed everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find it, but I am gonna find. I gotta find that now, and I gotta somehow see if I can find a copy. Just because it was so good, like it was, but it was more of up and down rather than side. It was one of those vertical scrolling ones.
Those helicopter ones? I feel like those games are
It
always
wasn't-
like that.
It wasn't a helicopter one. This one was more like on the scale of Gradius, and the power ups were on the scale of Gradius. So it was actually really, really good.
Xevious?
It had like a moon on the picture.
I'm not sure.
But I'll look that one up. But I didn't know there was an Earth Defense Force. Just saying. Like I'm like, is this where it started? Really? Ooh, UN Squadron. I remember that.
I remember if we're talking about top down, Gigawing was really good, and Raiden was one of the older ones that had a lot of different titles.
If it had a moon, it probably wasn't Xevious. Senstar?
I hunger. Run, fool, run.
Was it Twinbee? I don't know if that one did either though. Twinbee's like the anime version of like up down kind of scroller games. Also really good soundtrack. The main theme for Twinbee is amazing too.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it. But it was one of my favorites, and I just like when the local place went out of business, I could only get so many games because money. But
I do feel you there though. We used to rent the Power Rangers video game.
Yeah, dude.
From movie gallery a lot when we were younger. It was the one that was like the movie one, but it was Streets of Rage style, like side scroller punch 'em out. And it had like the scenes. It differentiated between like the parts where you do it as the Rangers themselves, and then the parts where you do it in the Megazords. That one was always pretty fun.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
One that came out before that was pretty cool. Like the soundtrack for that one was really hype.
Did you ever do the?
I never played that one, but they're all pretty metal.
Did you ever do the Street Fighter kind of one where it was like you're just straight up fighting?
Oh, I played that one. Yeah. It's like a tournament fighter game. Yeah, and you could actually pick Zords and have them fight against like Rangers and shit.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, I never played that one. I know of the one that was like Gundam Wing Endless Duel, but it's for Power Rangers. But I never played the one you guys are talking about.
Which came first?
I guess I should say that. I guess I should say it the other way around because the Gundam Wing one is a reskin of the Power Rangers game. But whatever. Yeah.
But anyway, lots of games. Man, I just wish I had a ton of like. I would definitely do if I had a proper capture card for that. I would do just a ton of retro games because I just love the see. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be that guy. I'm definitely gonna be that guy right now. But guess what? Games used to be difficult.
Oh no! Here we go.
Here we go, man.
Have you never played Dark Souls?
Yeah. That's what every game was.
Dark Souls.
Like breakfast was Dark Souls, lunch was Dark Souls, dinner was Dark Souls, every game, and it was great. I'm just saying.
Think your game's hard? Go play Zork.
It's like I'm waiting for the okay boomer in chat now.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, I will accept that.
Back to your house.
Now go play Pac-Man.
Back
Grandpa.
in my day, games were actually every game was difficult. And it was great. There's lots of difficulty in it.
Yo, bump a point and click adventure game. I'm okay if not having to play those anymore.
Like, are you talking?
I'm talking like King's Quest and shit like that. Fuck all that. Those games,
like those
games were bad in a bad way.
One. I'm trying to remember the space. There was one funny space
one. Space Quest or something.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was Space Quest. Yeah, like, dude, that thing was great. Like, I'm just like, okay, so how do I play this? Oh, you just pick a direction. Cool. Oh, I died. okay, well, I want to go this way. Oh, I died. Oh, because I went this way now? Like,
minus ones where you had to like type in commands.
oh,
Really
those are fun
gosh.
too. Like Return to Zork, the original Zork were like that too. Those are a lot of fun.
But like the Space Quest one, I think I had Space Quest 2 maybe, or it was like, now this was on an old 56 megahertz computer. Yeah, that's some processing power. I've got it over like
Slow
in there,
down.
got it in there in the closet. Like that would be something that would be fun to try to like stream somehow. Like some of those games, like it's one of those. It's like I've got, like
You'd
the
have
classics, Doom.
or something like that.
What?
You'd have to like DOS box them or something like that.
Oh
to
yeah.
emulate.
Yeah.
But like I'd love to like just straight up either have some kind of splitter from the display port somehow, and then actually have everything like set up. But I'd have to find a new like old monitor. That's weird. So, yeah, that's the only thing I'm lacking right now is actual monitor to connect to it. I'm pretty sad.
You can always just speedrun Myst.
There we go. But like the
You
Space
beat that
Quest
game
one,
in like less than a minute.
I just remember how I was like, okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go that way. Okay, so now this way. So then finally, I figured out like a bunch of different lines, and every time I would end up dead. And then I was like, I found this like all of a sudden it'd be like, there's this bounty hunter guy after you because you flew past him, and it's like, so do I literally only have like, at that point you have like 3 minutes or 5 minutes in game time or something like that before you just die. Like he finds you, and I'm just like, is there like I could never figure out a way to get rid of him on that one. So like that was like
Just
that
slow
one.
down your clock speed. A lot of Sierra games are based off the clock cycles on your computer
Oh, shit.
Yes.
for time-based segments, so you can give yourself more time.
Oh, speaking of, I think this was a Sierra game. Just on another. Did anybody ever play Cyberstorm?
I have not, no.
It's like a turn-based or real-time. Never played real-time. No, for real though. Like it expects you to do everything turn-based, but you would have to slow down the clock on your computer, otherwise it was unplayable because literally the AI would just be like lasers and everything's dead, and you're just like, what?
What just happened?
Yeah, so like it was insane. So always play turn-based, and because there was like no auto fire or anything like that. I think some of the guns eventually would when you upgraded them. So like you just never start out doing that. It was just
Right.
like dumb. But either way, it was one of my favorite like turn-based mech games. Like, and some of the mechs were legit. And like had a full upgrade system and everything, and full customization. It's pretty much like a Mech Warrior kind of customization. You've played
That's what's
that?
up.
Yeah, it's like on that level. Only this was like forever ago. So, and then they made a number 2.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, and you could
I
make
never even heard of it.
you could have like your own custom dudes that they were made in a vat, and they would have their own random generated stats and everything. And then so you would clone some dude and then level them up and all that stuff. So it was a fantastic game. I sunk way too many hours into that one, but that's why I'm
Oh
kind of
no.
like,
You talking about that made me think about one side scroller game that I played a lot, and we always had to open up our DOS to access. Where the just getting back on this topic of side scrollers, the Commander Keen games.
oh
We
yeah,
played a lot of those. Those games are awesome.
dude, isn't that? Hang on, I gotta check because
I've been eaten by my fair share of dope fish.
what is it called? There was one where I was playing like a rabbit.
Are you talking about Jumping Flash?
Maybe.
It's first person. I don't know if it's a side scroller or not.
I mean,
though.
I'm pretty sure there was ads for like the Commander Keen stuff.
Commander Keen games are awesome. They're like super jokey. Keen's like this super genius child, and he's running around this like football helmet, getting all sorts of misadventures.
Oh, dude, yeah, I've got all the Commander Keen games on there. Actually, I just went ahead and looked at Commander Keen. I recognize that. the yellow, green, and white football helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that opening thing there. Yeah, I played all those, but what rabbit game did you say? Oh,
Jumping
Jazz
Flash.
Jackrabbit. There we go.
Oh,
Jazz
okay.
Jackrabbit. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, this one was crazy, dude. There were 2 rabbit games. I can't remember the other one, but I played them both.
Yeah, I'm not sure of any other ones. As far as like playing as a bunny rabbit, Jumping Flash is always my go-to. I don't think I've heard of Jazz Jackrabbit.
And then there was then at the same time I'd always play like Duke Nukem at the time, which was another
Yeah, I
like
played that a lot on
side-scrolling thing.
PlayStation. I think I played Duke Nukem 2. There's one where like they had a lot of time travel.
Yeah.
But the first stage is always funny because you start in Duke's apartment and you can go into the strip club that's like literally right across the street. You have to fight with pigs and stuff. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, but I'm all out of gum.
Oh yeah. Remember Duke Nukem 3D? As soon as that happened, I was just like, "Yep."
This is it.
And then multiplayer with that on a LAN connection was so much fun.
Back in the days of split screen.
Wait, were you playing 3D or were you playing which game again?
I don't think it was 3D. I think it was like Duke Nukem 2. It's whichever one it is where you do the time travel.
2's another one that has a side scroller thing. Was it a side scroller or was it a?
It was the first person shooter.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's Duke Nukem 3D, I think. Oh wait, no.
It could be. I can't really remember.
It's
like I thought the subtitle was a Time to Kill, but I think it could be mixing something else up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Duke Nukem 2 I thought was a side scroller because I had Duke Nukem 1 and 2 on my 56 megahertz.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was definitely on a PlayStation, and it was a first-person shooter. As in 3D.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one it was.
I feel like that was like one of the cheap. It was a bit better graphics than 3D, I'm guessing, and then because my neighbors had that one.
It's just Duke Nukem Time to Kill.
Time to Kill. Okay.
Asking Google real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's third person. My bad, not first. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that one now. That's the one exactly.
Like, I had like that full vocal intro and all that other shit. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
And Duke had all the different like costumes based on the time period you're in and stuff.
So, Gustav, you got any extra questions on your end that's popped up, or
no?
That you had?
Like I said before, like the other one that we had was already put in chat. So
okay. Well, real quick, any more questions? Last chance.
Last call. Or waiting for questions.
Yeah,
I was looking at Duke Nukem. I saw Siphon Filter. That game is awesome too. Like it's kind of fucked up, but I love tasing people in that game.
Also, oh my god, it's a good viral outbreak story. Weird. It's funny because I realize now that like Siphon Filter, like the actual like virus, is pretty much just fox dye anyway, so it's still super durable even with its plot in the
I'm glad you remember. It's been so long since I played. I just remember tasing people, and that's about it.
And they just catch on fire. Like, damn.
Yeah, man, it's so great.
Ow. Oh shit, we don't have a support. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do anything, Magnum?
I haven't got anything on mine. I'm still looking for that game that we were talking about with like, you know, it had a moon on it and stuff. So I typed in moon and I'm like finding Harvest Moon, of course, Sailor Moon, and some other random stuff.
Yo, I played some Japanese Sailor Moon side-scrolling game. That game was fire. I don't know what was going on, but like the Sailor Scouts had their respective powers, and I remember Sailor Moon being pretty cool because her tiara was a ranged attack that like killed everything. It was great.
Just straight busted.
Yeah, I remember Sailor Moon being
Streets
good.
of Rage game.
Sailor Mars as well. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't so much beat 'em up like Streets of Rage. It was probably closer to like Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Okay.
But there was no. It was kind of weird because like I don't remember there being like any vertical. It was literally just walking to the side, if that makes sense, and enemies would spawn.
But yeah, again, the moon one I'm talking about is like a vertical scrolling kind of like Gradius ship upgrades as you do stuff kind of game. Oh, okay, I think. Oh, was it? Yeah, well, I was gonna say, is it more like Ninja Gaiden, by the way, that Sailor Moon?
Yeah, I guess it'd be more like in what you call it in Mystical Ninja when you enter into a danger zone. It's kind of like that, or Legend, or Revenge of Shinobi, or something like that. It played more like that. Are you thinking about a Lest? I don't know if that one's bottom down or whatever.
So we got one.
Actually, Gustav, did you mention that?
For what?
I know someone mentioned a Lest earlier.
No, not me. We got one about IBO.
Ooh.
If any of you guys enjoyed it, or what did you guys like or hate about it?
I definitely enjoyed it.
I put in the like part because it's just the secondary question was just focusing on what you hated about it. Well, that's kind of
right. I really liked IBO. I still need to finish the last episode. I got to the part where right towards the end where Orga learns how to dance, and I haven't finished up yet.
Meme.
Actually,
that meme is pretty awful. Like it was kind of funny, and then people were doing it during the crossrays, and I was like anticipating because fucking dude. Just
I'm sure Noob Sama was blazing it during IBO. I mean, stuff like that's always pretty funny though. Like I kind of enjoyed it because it just reminds me of Death Note. I never watched it, but I've seen the memes where Light learns how to swim. That one's pretty good too. Spoiler alert for those who don't get it. If you haven't watched Death Note yet, when Light, the main character, dies at the end, and he literally like falls into a puddle.
Oof. I'm a little bit more okay with it on there just because like it was trying to be like super edgy to a point where it was like comedic. But IBO seemed a little bit like heavier.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool though. It was nice to see. I mean, people die in other Gundam and stuff too, but I'm never like, I don't think it's ever bad to have it to where characters are expendable. For sure. It sucks when it's the one you like.
Yeah.
But
the first season
it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool knowing not everyone is safe. But I don't know. As far as stuff that I don't like about it though, Mac Gills is DUMB. I mean, so is Tekkanon to some degree as well. But you know, it's literally run by a bunch of children.
I was say Tekkanon had
what do you expect? Yeah.
McGillis was just like a really inconfident shark that like took it one step too far.
Yeah. I've said this in the past, but McGill's probably thought he could just hop into bail and start going Gundam versus on everybody and win,
like,
but that was not how that went down.
No more bail for you.
My bail Epion combo ain't working. What's going on?
That's some bullshit.
But I don't dislike it. And using dislike for this would it be a bit strong? It's more just humorous. I just think it's funny how it's kind of spawned all of and you know, I guess if it's one of your favorites or you really like it, you know, they're gonna be strong to you. But just like how it spawned a whole like Mikazuki can beat every robot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
be
the Barbados.
no.
Yeah, like the Barbados would dunk on the unicorn. Like, hold up, you know, it's just stuff like that.
Can't
And
be
like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just stuff like that. And it'll break into other like non-Gundam too. Like,
oh gosh.
I remember when I read that Twitter post about that. Somebody was saying that the Barbados would beat Mazinger. Just like, calm down, man. Like that's Mace would do nothing to whatever the like Alloy Z or whatever it's called. Like, oh my god,
Literally
Mazinger would
fighting
literally
some of that stuff. Like, yeah,
for real.
it's a different
Mazinger
scale.
would step on the Barbados, man. Like literally.
Like my thing when it comes to this because I mean like I wonder. I mean, it's already starting to happen, but I wonder, like, is there a generation, like, early on right now that... Because how long has it been since... When did IBO come out? I guess it would be happening
It's
now.
been a few years.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, because Wing is where I started. So Wing has kind of like a special place. Even though there is just some... I mean, English translation, let's go. English dub, it is fantastic. I am a true soldier is like the first thing that what's his name says in the first episode. And it's like, what? Are you okay over there? Like like Zex, you wanna...
You good?
It's like, so we're going to this place and doing a thing. So what do we got to do? Are we good? Yeah, you know, like the normal pilot talk or whatever. And he's just like, I am a true soldier. What?
Alrighty then.
So, you know, so it's like just that stuff. And then like Trey's with his monologue to Hero of just amazing nonsense. You know, there's stuff like that in it that I love. And but at the same time, like just the suits themselves, for instance, one that I wish was a lot stronger in Beyond, the heavy arms, just saying.
No, the heavy arm slaps, man. You just gotta get your gymnastics on.
I mean, if we're talking about the heavy arms versus the Kai, like even the Kai is kind of struggle bus, but like at least it stands a chance of being a human sprinkler.
Yeah, the I don't know. From what I understand of tier list in that game, it is probably one of the harder suits to get good with.
You really just gotta keep doing shit in that suit.
Yeah. But in that regard, I definitely heard a comment like, the heavy arm sucks, and I'm like, what?
Girl.
What did you say? What did you like? I had that moment. Please. I was just like,
you trying to get clapped right now? Like, come on.
I was like, hold up, hang on now. I mean, I'm gonna pull out a good suit to fight you with, but fight me. You know,
I will fight you in heavy arms. Let's throw down.
It's better than what it is. But yeah, but it's just kind of funny, and you know, of course, it's like whatever series they're talking about, like Seed or something. I'm just or Double or whatever, and I'm just like, but you can kind of tell, like as soon as somebody's like either a Wing fan or Double, you kind of pretty much can tell what age they are. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
For sure.
I wonder, you know, when is that going to be a thing for like IBO? When it's like, oh, okay.
I'm sure it already is. They probably figured it out, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably been.
And I think it's also kind of like how Code Geass was for people when there was like that like heavier mega drought and like there wasn't even any like crazy Gundam stuff happening at the time besides like I think maybe Double O. They were just kind of like butting heads.
We won't talk about the recent movie.
I like Code Geass.
We won't talk about the new movie that just came out, but Code Geass has one of the best endings ever, and love it. Like the whole story. Good.
There's
like
just
it.
a lot of interesting cultural memes around that show. I'm just putting it out there. I feel
Speaking
like
of
IBS some of that too.
speaking
I'll
of
say
some
Super
memes,
Robot Wars makes Code Geass really good. It's a lot better. Oh man,
have
they
you
they
have
need
you
to
seen the
put they need
OVA?
to write Roger Smith into Code Geass, man. Oh my god. Sorry, and Wing Zero, like Hero using a zero system to figure out who Lelouch is, and he literally challenges him to a fucking duel with Wu Fei. Like,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
so good. It's sort of just like the zero system told me about what you're trying to do, and I need to find out if your way is right or not. And like literally, him and Wu Fei go out to the middle of the fucking wilderness and duel against Rolo and Lelouch. And everyone's literally like, Wu Fei, why are you here? And he's like, I just want to fight. And I was like, fuck you, Wu Fei, you troll. and then you throw down. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. What, Magnum? The lead up to that was cool too. Like, oh my god, I just like bring it up again. Some of my favorite parts of Super Robot Wars. But like, because Hero knew everyone's powers because the Zero system told him, he like raids Lelouch's base at the school, and like he like Rolo has this little time stop powers in that bubble, and Lelouch Hero planted bombs in the bitch ahead of time. And blew him up and set him on a timer to blow up to throw off Rolo's concentration so he could break out of his time lock powers, and it proceeds to beat the shit out of everybody. It was so good.
Turned his ass into Batman.
For real, man. That's exactly what happened. Hero can win any fight if he's prepared.
It's funny.
But would recommend go play Super Robot Wars. The one I'm talking about is Z2. There's a fan translation patch. You can figure out what's going on. It's super dope.
All the what ifs you could ever handle. And
For sure.
Encyclopedia worth of lore.
Yeah, if you ever wondered if your characters in the anime like could be even cooler, go watch Super Robot Wars or go play Super Robot Wars. They fix all the problems.
We're gonna have to try some now.
It's really cool. Like the story for the crossover games are usually pretty awesome, especially when the characters, like when they're not a background character, like if their stories mixed into the game, they generally do a pretty good job with them.
That's what's up.
On a side note, if it seems like I'm reading stuff, I am. I'm still looking
I
for
was about
the
to say
game.
it's because you are.
And
I know we might have to leave that to like post podcast follow up then.
Yeah, no, for real
Never
though.
gonna find
Like
it,
I've looked at Super Aleste, Space Megaforce, which I think might be the same game actually. Imperium, but I've played these. And then I didn't know there was another part to the name, but I just remember all the light show and the thing saying Raiden. And I think at the time might have just heard the character from like
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat, and it was like, oh, cool. I wonder what this thing is. This is shiny and has lights going everywhere on the box art. Let's play this. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, we'll have to figure that one out later. So any other topics?
I'm good. I don't have anything.
Yep.
Okay. So we're definitely gonna have to split this one up. New suit speculation.
Well, here before we go to that, I just want to end off the AMA since it's our anniversary flavored topic, just by saying, it's really good. I'm glad we've had a chance to really do the podcast. It's awesome being able to get together with you guys every week and kind of sit around and shoot the shit about Battle Operation or Enter Tangent Land. And just anybody else that sticks around and watches, like I count on you. It's been a good year plus because we're bad at timing.
Yep.
It's true.
But yeah,
like 50.
It's awesome.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
We're off by. No big deal. Oops.
A little brutal,
Anniversary might be better next year. But yeah, thank you for everybody that. Thank you guys for being here and everybody that makes the podcast possible. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty pop.
It's pretty swish.
Boo.
It is very swish.
But yeah. So, new suit speculation. Oh, real quick, I'll just add in on that. Why not? While I'm changing things over. But yeah.
Perfect time to be sappy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just like, man, I'm going to shed a tear right now. I'm going to shed a tear. But yeah, thanks for doing this, guys. Like, for real though, I love to talk about different games and stuff, and I was just like, let's talk about Gundam. Why not?
Damn. One thing that I think that just didn't really hit me until now that maybe we should have tried to do for the anniversary. Like maybe we can do it next year, but we should have tried to reach out to Maniac.
Oh
yeah.
And saw if we could have got him on
It's true.
for the anniversary episode. Like I didn't even think about it till now, but that would have been a good touch too.
I mean, we talk about like in general for the pandemic and stuff. I wonder how shifts are even going anymore.
Yeah, next anniversary.
Might have to break him out in general.
There we go.
Yeah, next anniversary, or in general. Yeah.
Maniac, where you at? Speaking of Super Robot Wars, he's been playing a lot of that.
Playing a shit ton of it.
Yeah, he is.
Bajillion years.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for my new game. I'll be right there with them once the next one comes out. Anyway, keep going.
You guys want to hop into some shoutouts?
Sure, sounds good.
Go.
Okay, shout out to GndmManiac.
Yes.
Former podcast member.
GndmManiac.
Battle operations as well as SRW.
Among other things.
Yes.
Yep. Twitch.tv/ and on YouTube and
I think also on Twitter.
I was gonna say hang on, I can look it up, guys. We actually got a comment on like our second episode here today.
Yeah. Hang on.
Let me just go to
Comments
that
on YouTube. Nani?
of course, guess what the comment was?
Yeah, in fact, he was doing Super Robot Wars. Yeah.
Is it? Are we being ridiculed?
This is like episode. I don't know. Like I can't remember. Hang on. Let me look. Which one was this?
Oh, you're talking about one of the early podcast episodes,
Yeah,
or
this
like
is
more recently?
This is like.
Oh. I thought you meant like the second episode.
Oh no!
You posted from
This is
last
episode.
week.
This is episode 10. This is what this one is, and it's just like. By the way, timestamp when they actually start talking about Gundam content.
I remember that. Yeah.
No. This will just happen literally 22 hours ago. I'm just like,
nice. Well,
yes.
Somebody's watching the podcast at least.
Yes.
On YouTube.
It is great. It was great.
What were we talking about in that episode even?
Yes.
Oh, I kind of want to know.
Type B.
Something
I remember it's the Type B that came out at that point.
That was one of those ones where we were kind of dunking on it because, like, yep, it sure is a support.
And I was like, yeah, it's cool, guys. It's cool. I got to play it. A friend of mine got. I just remember clicking the timestamp. It's like a friend of mine got it. I didn't get it, but I got to play it. Oh, there we go. But the real reason why I clicked on this, and yes, Twitter. GndmManiac.
Hey,
there you
that works for our anniversary.
There we go. So now, Gustav. Shout out.
Okay. Gustav _13XIII on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Just finished up G Generation Cross Rays, working on Yakuza 3. Be on the lookout for that quick bout of us trying to do Streets of Kamurocho as well later on. Hilarity and technical issues ensued, but it was fun. Enjoyed it, and hopefully we can do some other like group stuff later on as well.
Cool. Emblem.
And I am Gaming Who. You can find me on the internet. I try to go by Gaming Emblem. I stream on Twitch. I occasionally post videos on YouTube, like the locations of all the Doulahan heads. But we play video games on the internet. Kind of my background alludes to it a little bit, but I was gonna play. Currently, got some free time due to quarantine. Paid quarantine, I might add. Feels good, man.
Hey,
So I'm gonna
There you go.
try to pick up an RPG, and we're gonna play 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. That's what the background image is from. There's one in the mecha in there. So I'll probably start on it sometime tomorrow before I start my playthrough of Visage. That was the other game that kind of got the winning amount of votes for Spooktober, even horror month. So we'll be checking that out tomorrow night. Probably start around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Just keep it sometime around dark so we can get the ambience just right or something. But yeah, we try to have fun here. Video games, internet, WoW, Gaming Emblem. Come check it out.
Cool.
Also, thanks to Asian Noob Sama for the raid during the podcast today as well. Just put it out there, twitch.tv/_ Asian Noob Sama, drop the underscore. He plays Inbon. Battle up.
But yeah, by the way, speaking of playing extra games, and talking about old games, did you guys ever play Lost Viking?
Lost Viking.
Played one of them a long ass time ago.
Well, we should look into maybe doing Trine. If you guys are interested, it would be funny to see us try to work together, I think. And
yeah, Trine sounds like it'd be painful.
Yeah, I got Trine 2. I got some copies of that. So yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, as usual, everybody's links will be down in the description below. And also, again, anniversary episode. Thank you guys for doing the podcast with me. Also, thank you, Maniac, as well, one of the starting cast of the podcast. And thanks to all the viewers for watching. I count on you. But anyway, I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch. Got Twitter, Discord. Gonna be doing some Ghost of Tsushima New Game Plus, most likely tomorrow, on Lethal Plus, which apparently gets even harder than just the Lethal Plus. So we'll see what that has in store for us. Genshin Impact, gonna try to do a lot of the story and actually level up and get caught up. I pretty much just did like the first quest or first two quests on the just getting into the Geo area, and it's just like, yeah, I'm probably really far behind story wise. So hopefully that gets me a lot of levels. Over the weekend, if I also get everything done, we're gonna have an actual proper couch stream without any points being spent, and it's gonna literally just be my couch, pulling an all-nighter, doing the hard work. So I gotta finish recording some more GBO2 matches for that, but yeah, that'll be fun if that gets done. If not, I'm sorry, I messed up. Should have planned this a little earlier, but oh well. If anything though, I am gonna try to do some horror games. I got Layers of Fear 2, I think was free on Epic, and some other random games. I got Amnesia, I think, as well, which I think is supposed to be kind of a scary game. So we'll try some stuff and hop around to some horror games and see if anything sticks. And then we might follow up after Halloween. But yeah, I'll probably at least do a couple hours for Halloween. And then next week, usual stuff. Monday at 8 p.m. Baldur's Gate 3, Evil Campaign. Wednesday, the tabletop at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday is the podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. Might pick up some more Path of Exile. Too many games, guys, as always. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a comment down below of what you thought about this episode and what we talked about and stuff. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
I am a true soldier.
Honestly, I was like,
She said
what?
to me,
I was like, what is that? I was like,
It's
what
Zox
is that?
Marquise.
Is that really? Oh my gosh! I was like, that's a Zoc, but who? And then now I see it. I couldn't see it from this distance because I was like, he's doing a thing. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm gonna actually. I am definitely gonna alt tab and not actually look at this
Oh no.
because I will get distracted.
Vision mailed.